Fiscal Fitness is made possible by our partner, Coast 360 Federal Credit Union. Together, we thrive.
Hi day everybody, I'm Jason Salas. We are coming to you once again from Coast 360 Fiscal Fitness. I have my friends from Coast here. I have Andrew and Lisa, and we are talking about savings today, a key part of any lending institution. Andrew, you guys know this better than anybody. So let's talk strategy and what should people do when it comes to savings, and why should people make that such a big priority?
So definitely people should make it a priority because savings, it will help you have more money in the future for things that, for big life events like purchasing a car, purchasing a home, getting married, things like that. So tips to save is take advantage of the technology that we have available. Put things on auto pay. When you have money coming in through direct deposit, have it set so that you set aside some money into a savings account so that way you don't have to think about it. So less money in your account means less money that you can spend on things that you may not need.
What percentages of any discretionary income you have after you pay your bills should go towards checking or savings or future investments?
Yeah, well, some of the popular strategies nowadays, some people have heard of the 50-30-20 rule. That's 50% towards your needs, 30% towards your wants, 20% towards your savings. So it's a pretty simple breakdown of where your money should be going.
So let's talk about behavior patterns and how can everyday habits and things that people do from day to day, how can they affect like our savings, and what's the best way for us to optimize savings?
That's a great question. When you're starting to save and when you're starting to build a budget, you just prioritize, make little changes. Maybe you cut back on the drive-through coffee every day, maybe every other day or Friday, or save it for your weekend. Making those little changes in your budget, put that towards your savings.
You guys got really good coffee here too.
Yeah. Yeah, don't go to the drive-thru, just make it at work or make it at home.
There you go. Okay, and Andrew, when it comes to savings accounts, they're not all the same, right? And they're different products for different people in different life situations. And when it comes to investment options, thinking further down the road, as I continue to mature, both in terms of my age and my financial status and portfolio, what should I be thinking?
When it comes to savings, you want to look for something that has high yield or high yield savings. Make your money work for you. So the money that you have, it doesn't do much for you sitting under your mattress at home. If you have it in a high yield savings, you can get up to 5% just for putting your money in an account and letting it sit there. Down the road, definitely put your money into retirement investment accounts. So things like a 401k. Put the max that you can that your employer will match, because if you don't, you're kind of like leaving money on the table.
Okay, and what can you guys recommend, Lisa? Like if people come to you and they say, I realize the importance of savings, but I've got a little money left over, like again, after I pay my bills, I don't know where to distribute all this stuff. How can I do it in the smart way?
Well, that really depends on you as an individual, what your individual goals are, what your priorities are, and that determines where you're gonna put your savings. So when you start budgeting, when you start saving, you want to gear it towards your individual needs and your wants, what you find important. So if going on that family vacation every year is important to you, or
if I'm looking at buying a house in the next 5 years,
yes,
I want, it's future planning.
Yes, exactly. It's future planning. Put it in your budget.
Okay, so savings accounts, essential part of you being in the best fiscal fitness you can. So Andrew and Lisa, thank you very much. Let's go save.
Fiscal Fitness is made possible by our partner, Coast 360 Federal Credit Union. Together, we thrive.